This is a presentation of SimWorld Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. We are now just about to kick off the second half of the championship quad we've had today. Tuesday, we've already seen Mid-Atlantic claim their first title, Southeast, and Trey Turner running away with theirs in the South region. And now we move to St. Louis, the Central region, Detroit and Chicago, both looking for a first championship of the year, and one of these teams going to come away with one. And there you see the starters. One big matchup, Joshua Kelly on Gerald Carroll, the sharpshooter for Chicago. And another big matchup is in the booth where you have E. Lava joined by Yells. Yells, good to have you here on Championship Tuesday.
Hey, man. Title Tuesday in the house. I had to be a part of this. I got my Powerade. I may tell you what else is in here. Maybe not. Good one on deck.
Well, we are underway here, and it is Chicago that opens up the scoring. Try for two there, and mentioned Chicago made it to 2 championship games earlier in the season, but both times walked away disappointed. No banners hung yet, and then Detroit just fell apart a little bit in the middle of the season, but behind Lorenzo Phenom, Roderick Little with the ball right now, they've been playing better, and Little's going to take the jumper. You get it to go, however.
Hey, no secret. I'm looking out. I'd like to know who you're looking out for. But it is no secret that I'm a huge Roderick Little fan. I think it's no secret that you are a big-time Lorenzo Phenom fan. But I don't want to count Chicago out of this. They've got an absolute sniper. We just saw Trey Turner break the 3-point shooting record for SimWorld High School Hoops last game. And we follow him up with a Gerald Carroll. I'm sure he took note. So this should be a pretty good one, man.
Yep, well, I'm 1 for 1 on predictions today. I did get Southeast right, but I'm sticking with my Detroit call here. I think the juniors are going to shine tonight, and I think we're going to see one more shine in our final game. Lace Darius Outlaw and West Coast taking on Pacific Northwest. That'll start a half hour after the conclusion of this one, but Chicago does have the early upper hand here, and it's McDonald's All-American big man, Ian Krimmer, going to the line. 2 shots. It's the first one to rattle home. Krimmer.
You think you ever wear your hair like
this
that,
year?
Eli?
Yes, what's that?
You think you'd ever wear your hair in that style?
My hair wouldn't grow that way to agree to be worn that style.
Safe out on that one,
E. 4-0 Chicago lead. But yeah, Ian Krimmer. Love the hairstyle, hate the hairstyle. One way or the other, he rose from unranked to McDonald's All-American over the course of the season. Played for the East Squad in New York City. Oh, and Roderick Little. Boy, strong move from him there, and looked pretty smooth on it as well, getting Detroit on the board.
They're going to need that. I think everyone in this building is looking for Lorenzo Phenom to have a big night based on what we saw last time, so they're going to need somebody else to step up here.
Ooh, nice dish. Finds Rose inside, but he has it swatted back in his face by Phenom.
Phenom playing some defense out here. That's what happens in championship games, though, right?
Well, JT Kane takes it the other way. 6'3" wing out of Detroit. Averages 1.3 points a game, but above his average now with that conversion and transition. Campbell drives around a defender and gets it over 2 others. Took the whole team on there.
I think that's his second bucket. I think that's his second. He's coming out aggressive. We saw that early in the season. We'll see if that bodes well or not for Chicago. Oh,
nice move there. Bo Pagnotti, the junior. He and Lorenzo Phenom should, along with Cash Ruffin off the bench for this team, should form a nice core for Detroit next year. But they're playing for right now. Both these teams are. Look at that. Gerald Carroll, known as an outside sharpshooter, but that was a nice post move right there. Get kind of underneath stanchion, behind the backboard anyway, and up and in.
So this is going to be
first time I've seen Phenom on the offensive end, and he does not look very graceful right there on that attempt.
Not at all. It's going to be a very interesting matchup for Phenom matched up against River Rose, offensively and defensively. River Rose pretty strong, pretty agile. He's a good combination. So we'll see how Phenom does up against him on both ends of the floor.
Well, Little has it now, but he has it taken away, and it ends up in Campbell's hands.
Oh,
I'm sorry, that's
LeGerald.
Carroll. Oh, boy.
LeGerald for 3 and the steal. League leader in steals and one of the best three-point shooters in the league. That has to translate to a 3-and-D guy in the league, right?
Well, it's translated into part of a 7-point lead right now for Chicago, and Detroit can't answer. Easily cleared away by Ian Kremer. And nice opening minutes for Chicago, and they continue to attack here.
Right, a lot of pace.
Back it out.
A lot of pace. Like they're moving this ball up and down the court a lot more quickly than we have seen in the past. Maybe that's a
tough shot there. That won't go for Drake Harvell. Harvell, another talented junior.
Mismatch. Get him the ball.
Yep. I'm calling for it down there, and he gets it. And turns and makes easy work of Drake Harvell. 9-inch disadvantage there, and that gets Detroit back on the board. Cuts the lead to 5.
You see River Rose calling for the post up against Phenom.
Well, Phenom's already blocked one of Rose's attempts so far. Maybe that's why Campbell's a little hesitant. Takes it himself, but can't get it to go. Bounces off the front of the rim. Kane snags it quickly up the other way. JT Kane. Nice dish.
Oh, came up
Pagnotti couldn't finish it. I don't know if he wasn't quite ready for that pass or what happened there. Oh, defensive rebound. River Rose on the other end. Nice play from River Rose. He's up to 43rd ranked in the senior class. The 6'6" wing out of Naperville, Illinois, going to Indiana University next year. And a timeout called by Detroit. They're struggling with their offense here early, Rania. Only 8 points, a little bit under 3 minutes to go, first quarter. We're going to take a quick break, come right back. 2:54 to go, first quarter. Early Chicago lead, paced by 5 points from Gerald Carroll. River Rose, also 4 points, 3 rebounds, some productive minutes out of River Rose early in the game here. Detroit set to inbound. Subs out there, Cash Ruffin, Brett Landsberg for Detroit, and Adonis Garino with the ball right now. He gets it back out to Ruffin.
Wide open. Money.
Wide open. Yep. Easy bucket there. Brett Landsberg splashes the 3.
You had some things to say about him last game. What he can do is shoot.
Brett Landsberg actually had some nice minutes last game. He's actually had some nice minutes all tournament. Limited minutes, but productive and useful when he's been out there. Long 3 on the way. Oh, rebound, snagged there. I think Salim Haybard pulled that down.
Oh, on the break. Oh, I thought.
Oh, nice dish.
Yes.
And it's Haybard. That's a nice effort from him, too, running the court. Getting down there for the easy bucket. And the subs for Detroit have cut this lead down to 2. Steve Larson or Logan Rice with the ball now. Jamal Harper tries an inside shot. Can't get it to go.
And this transition defense by Chicago is blowing my mind. And honestly, both of these teams, touted as defensive teams, their transition defense has been deplorable to start this game. Yeah. Suspect is a kind word.
There you saw Coach Munch Williams.
You like
sidelines barking out a few instructions, but to the line goes Cash Ruffin, and Ruffin averaging 8.5 points a game. Just a junior out of Findlay, Ohio. He, Phenom, and Pagnotti coming back for Detroit next year, and that makes a nice 3-man core to build around. next season for sure.
And the Pagnati posse is in the house, by the way. He does
Bo
not
Pagna.
travel without his 4-man posse. They make the noise of 20 people.
Pagnati from Ohio, as is Ruffin. Ruffin makes his second free throw, and this game's tied up again.
Look, I've been wanting to break a little bit of news as we've been going here. This Detroit squad actually purchased by none other than SimWorld Sports will be rebranded next season as the Bad Boys.
Very appropriate.
Yes, yes, indeed.
Very appropriate. I think it will fit the personality of the team. Certainly the city. And certainly they're hoping to have a trophy to show for this first year's effort. This 3 would help. It won't go.
They're one of few teams without one, aren't they?
That's correct. Detroit yet to win the season. Both of these teams. Chicago also looking to hang a banner first. They do lead by 2, under a minute to go here.
That's a good...
Oh, nice drive. Nice drive. Jamal Harper, another junior, 6'4".
They're going to hold for it. They could have
Last shot attempt. Harper going to try it again. Can't get it to go again.
So, last
Detroit
shot
now wants to hold it. Yes, it looks like Cash Ruffin finally realized holding for a final shot would probably be a good idea.
They just look disjointed without their stars on the court, but
they do. Got a nice look there at the buzzer, but couldn't tie it up. Instead, Detroit ahead by 2. Low scoring first quarter. Comeback, second quarter action in St. Louis when we return. Defensive battle you might expect between these two teams, at least through the first 8 minutes. 17-15, Chicago on top. A lot of ways to go, though. Chicago 14-9 on the season. Detroit just 500 at 9-9. But as mentioned, playing a lot better recently. Lorenzo Phenom in particular seems to have rediscovered his game. It's a nice drive there by Ruffin, and he gets the bucket to go.
Nights like this, I wish.
Oh, thought I had turnover there for a second, but Larson able to recover it, but he loses it again. This time it does end up in Detroit's hands. And they're going to get an easy 2.
Defense leads to offense yet again. That may be the theme all night.
Subs still out there for both teams. Starter's getting a breather and getting ready to come back in.
Another.
Once again, over dribbled. And this time, Harper steps over the line. That's going to be a turnover going Detroit's way. 2 straight turnovers, back-to-back possessions for Chicago. There you see that earlier Phenom block on River Rose's shot in the first quarter.
Munch Williams does not look too concerned as of yet.
No. Well, 2-point lead right now for Munch Bunch. Oh, and that's a nice dish. Extends that lead to 4. The big man, Rufus Hamilton, back out on the court. And the starting center, 6'11", out of Southfield, Michigan. That's the easy lay-in, and at this end, with the answer, Drake Carvel.
You know, and I said a bunch of times before, and I stand by, he just reminds me so much of Tony Parker. He's just so aggressive going towards the basket.
Ray Carvel, just a junior, 6-footer out of Chicago. And the shot clock winding down here. Desperation going to have to come. And boy, Roderick Little is deep.
That was a terrible possession.
Terrible possession. Not Little's fault. He had to shoot that. And at the other end, Chicago makes him pay and ties it up. Another bucket for Jamal Harper. Nice work off the bench for him.
Oh, Roderick Little.
Roderick Little trying to take Harvell. Got some space, but not a good-looking shot there. Bounced awkwardly off the right side of the rim.
Good block.
Ooh!
And they
Quickly the other way. Yeah.
Hey, so Detroit is getting all of their buckets in transition, it seems. Every time they have to go to a half-court set, Chicago's able to lock in their defense, but that's going to be pretty tough late.
Well,
no phenom.
I was going to say, he has been on the bench for quite some time, and there you see him standing up. He's getting ready to come back in right now, Lorenzo Phenom. But without Phenom out there, Detroit does look a little bit lost in terms of what they want to do in a half-court set. I mean, here's Adonis Garino. He's up to Hamilton, but once again, Little has it with the shot clock winding out, and he's just going to have to try three. He's a decent three-point shooter. He's better than that, Roderick Little, 40% on the year, but... Another steal, however. Let's see if they can get points off of it. Chicago does do a good job of getting back. But Garino does an even better job of driving the paint, scoring over the Gerald Carroll right there. Rose squares up. Can't get the shot to go, however. Garino going to work again. Oh, Little likes it from here. Can't get that shot to go now.
He is struggling.
0 for 3. 0 for 3, I believe, from deep, Little.
He's definitely struggling to start this game. Timeout. Fire up the engines, though. LaGerald Carroll knocking down his second three.
You can't leave him too open out there. 58% three-point shooter, LaGerald Carroll, and averaging a team-best 14 points a game. Knocks down three there and gets us back to a one-point game. I want to remind everybody again after this one more to go tonight. One more trophy to hand out. Pacific Northwest and West Coast going to battle in Los Angeles, and that will be a half hour after this game ends. But we still got a little under 4 minutes to get to even just a halftime in this one. Close game.
Look at Rufus working down low. And you know, we didn't mention this. We haven't talked about it, but that down low back. Look at that block by Little.
Yeah, that is the athleticism and strength of Roderick Little on display there. It's that one.
There's a lot of intriguing matchups on this court. I mentioned River Rose and Phenom. Here you see Little and LaGerald Carroll matched up. And now I was going to allude to Rufus Hamilton and Ian Crimmer. They pretty much do the same thing for their teams. That is a big-time shot.
Well, Little's been forced into taking those shots for most of this first half. Finally gets one of them to go. At the 3-minute mark, Detroit has a 4-point lead. 4 points being their high water mark, but here's Harvell, and he drains one. Drake Harvell. You know, he only shoots, and I say only, 48%, but you say only when your teammate shoots 58. You don't get as much attention. You don't get called the sharpshooter. Oh, nice position here for Phenom, but can he take advantage? No, gets the rebound, though.
Oh, my God, what a block.
Oh! Wow. Well, that was a intimidation block. Ian Crimmer on big Rufus Hamilton, 6'11", 235. He's not used to getting that pushback in his face all that often, but did there. And once again, Phenom trying to work on Rose. Shot clock winding down, and he gets it to go.
Just got it off. A
nice patient play by Phenom there. You know how much time was left? He used it wisely.
He does. He generally does. His post footwork and his savvy down low for a 16-year-old is incredible. I shudder to think of what his game is going to be a good 6-7 years from now.
Yeah. Yep. Loads of potential. Pure potential. Now Detroit had another steal, but unable to score off of it. And at this end, another block. Trading them back and forth here, the two teams. Oh, Little couldn't get that to go, but able to gather his own rebound, put it up and in.
That's still another transition.
5-point lead now. Yeah.
Defense leads the offense.
Well, now trying to work against Little.
Little stuck to him like glue. Look at that defense.
Yep. If anything, I'm afraid Chicago's going to turn it over again. Chris Campbell has to take the outside shot, and this time he puts it down. Chris Campbell, just a 17% three-point shooter. Got that one to go.
He's a clutch scorer, though. If you remember earlier in the season, he was taking some really big shots. Oh, wow.
He can be. Oh, nice rebound. Put back up and in by Phenom. He's starting to wake up a little bit here. Less than a minute to play in the first half. Yeah, no, Campbell definitely can. And over the course of the season is averaging 7.4 to go with 5.5 assists. Just not very efficient. The 17% three-point shooting I mentioned, but well under 40% from anywhere on the year. And another Detroit block. Chicago able to come up with the loose ball. Campbell, boy, he had that ball stay up on the rim for what seemed like 3 or 4 seconds before it came off.
Oh no, out of control there, Ryder.
Ooh. A little bit slow, sloppy there, unexpectedly. Roderick Little, the captain of Detroit, uncharacteristic from him. Make a mental error. Nevertheless, with 5.5 more seconds on the game clock, the shot clock, it is Chicago ball, trailing by 4. Oh, behind the back from Campbell, but
bombs away.
Oh,
LaGerald Carroll again.
Maybe Campbell set that all up with the tricky behind the back, which otherwise looked completely unnecessary early in that sequence. Maybe that was key to moving the chess pieces around the court. Let's see what Detroit can do with it at the buzzer. Outside jumper won't go. Ooh. Okay, it could have been an offensive foul. Kind of sent Phenom flying there, but nonetheless, full-time or halftime whistle blows. 1-point lead for Detroit. Good close game here in St. Louis. Come back after the halftime.
All right.
Again on the track.
It's just a good game going on. That's it. Man, he's got 4 shot attempts. 10 shot attempts. That's too much. LaGerald. All right. Well, there's nothing that stands out other than the game of basketball. You ready? Speak to it.
And we are back. Second half getting underway here. Detroit with a tenuous 1-point lead. Led so far by Roderick Little, just 4 for 10 from the field, but 11 points. Made a 3. Little has it here, and he's going to add to that tally. That's a strong move from a 6'1 guard. I always talk about it most Detroit games I cover, but I would love to have him on my team. I would let him play shooting guard or linebacker. He is just a strong, solid dude, and I think you saw it used to good effect on that last possession. And Detroit gets a stop here, looks to extend the lead now. Little this time into Kane. Kane's going to try it and get it rejected. Chris Campbell, 5'10" point guard with the block, and it turns into points on the other end for Chicago. They're showing a little transition juice.
I mean, I think that's the way that you're going to get your buckets tonight.
That's kind of Roderick Little creating his own transition right there.
Absolutely.
I'm just going to run at you at full speed. And nobody stops me. I'll lay it in the hole.
He's an absolute tank. Oh, great hand.
Oh, great hands. Pagnotti posse up for that one. They want to finish, but they don't get it. Oh, look at that. The outside jumper from Phenom showing a little range.
Yeah, if he gets
Phenom is a 20% three-point shooter on the season.
I think he could shoot that. He's just not.
Well, I think he can get that, yes. I think he can make that part of his core repertoire. In addition to his turnaround, which we really haven't seen tonight yet.
So it looks like Chicago, they've had a good move. They've had a philosophy of give Roderick Little what he wants. Force Roderick Little to beat you. Roderick Little 11 shot attempts already. A lot higher than what he would normally have. So
yeah, Roderick Little averages 12.8 and an efficient shooter, 54% from the field, 40% from deep, but actually only the third leading scorer on this Detroit team. Lorenzo Phenom leading the way at 17.3, and Bo Pagnotti the second leading scorer at 13.9. Little has been forced to shoot tonight, and we saw him drain a three in the first quarter. But it and the 4 threes he's taken in this game were definitely not part of the Detroit game plan coming into this. Good three-point shooter, but doesn't mean you want to shoot them with a man in your face with the shot clock running out in the possession.
Agreed. Gerald Carroll, that's a what a follow.
Great follow from Rufus Hamilton. I'm sorry, not Rufus Hamilton. The other big man, Ian Kermer for Chicago.
Same thing, different team.
Good guys, they're all like. Here's the other. Here's Rufus. Get it done, Rufus. Answer him. Oh, Rufus couldn't deliver that for me, but appreciate the effort. Detroit still up by 5. Arvell, couldn't get that to go, but Little does foul him. He is going to go to the line. Arvell fairly automatic, 86%. Ray Carvel, just a junior, coming back next year, of course.
So I like how you dubbed them. I caught that earlier. The Munch Bunch.
Yes. Herman Munch Williams of the Munch Bunch for Detroit. Playing well of late and hungry. Munch and friends hungry for their first title. Steve Pagnotti goes to the bench, get a little bit of a breather there. Yeah, but Drake Harvell, second-ranked junior. Didn't exactly come out of nowhere. Had a 36-point game as a sophomore. Not much of a media presence with Drake Harvell, which is kind of, I think, the way he wants it. He's a little bit stoic, a little bit quiet. Just to let his game talk for itself more than anything else.
That's a tough one.
Oh, boy. Suddenly, Phenom given the green light to shoot from outside, and I think that was 3. He couldn't get it to go.
I mean, such active hands in this game.
Detroit, win or lose, has played great defense in this contest. And here, River Rose gets out ahead of the pack, however. Cuts the lead back down to 1 for Chicago, which...
What is it going to take, Eric?
Won't go away. I was going to say, Chicago's definitely not going away. You know, there's too much talent, I think, really, and too much good defense being played by both of these teams. I have a hard time seeing anybody separate. Time running out. Rufus Hamilton has pretty much held the ball this possession. Oh, he tried to feed inside Chance Rock, and that would have been a nice, patient play, but instead it turns into 2 more points for River Rose the other end, and they take the lead. As you can see there on your screen, it's an 8-0 run for Chicago. Still is, as Rufus Hamilton can get that to go, and you start to hear some boos from the crowd.
Is that a 3?
Oof. Just a 2. They're saying that is just a 2 for the Gerald Carroll.
Either way it goes, confidence.
Nevertheless, it's a 3-point lead for Chicago.
Wow.
And look who's getting the turnovers now, and a frustration foul by Little is going to send Harvell to the line. The chance to extend this lead to Chicago to a game-high 5.
Is this one going to go down to the wire? Or is the team going to pull away? We know historically in the third, fourth quarter, what we've seen in this inaugural season is that the better teams tend to pull away. And if they're behind, then they make a run. But when they're just head to head like this,
yeah, I think we're gonna have a game here, well into the last minutes of the fourth quarter. But little mini run by Chicago halfway through third quarter.
Timeout.
Detroit needing an answer.
Which is wild.
Looks like they're gonna. Yeah, looks like Coach Williams wants to talk it over and see if he can stem the tide here a little bit. Impressive run so far. Second half by Chicago, and trailing by 1 at the halftime. They now lead at 5.
And you know why that is. Lorenzo Phenom, I believe, only has 6 points so far in the game. I mean, he has time to do something more, but 6 points after what we expected or what we thought to be his coming out party last game, where he was really aggressive and showed us everything.
Saw a couple outside jumpers, as that's going to send Hamilton to the line. Saw a couple outside jumpers from Phenom. He buried the first one. It was a long 2, then tried a 3, couldn't get that to go. Have to think, playing the percentages, you want Lorenzo operating a little bit closer to the basket than that, ideally.
You at least want him in post-up position. I don't think we've seen that a whole lot. I would say that that's one of the things that Chicago does very well. Detroit does well also. But these defensive teams, they clog the lane. They've been making it hard just to get entry passes or passes of any sort to move around out here. So I don't think they have a whole lot of confidence posting Phenom on the block and being able or thinking that they'll be able to get the ball to him because Chicago's hands are just so active.
Hamilton, the big man, gets 2 free throws to go and cuts the lead back down to 3. And Little harassing Harvell, but he gets the ball across. Harvell drives and is fouled by Little. That is a 3rd foul. So you have to start to worry a little bit about that. And I think you even saw right there in that reaction shot, Roderick Little is just a little bit frustrated, both with the foul call and I think the general flow of the game, at least this second half so far. But it does send Harvell back to the line. Again, mentioned nearly a 90% free throw shooter, but he misses that one.
There you go, E.
Oh, come on.
There you go.
Can't blame me every time a man misses.
I think I can.
The entire Chicago team is actually a very good free throw shooting team. Logan Rice, worst statistically at a strong 76%. Hits 1 of the 2, and Chicago's lead is 4 now. Ash Ruffin back out there, and he gets it to Little.
And you see here how River Rose has Phenom over there in the corner. I wouldn't say that Phenom is looking to be very aggressive, but he just seems to be taken out of his game. They've been physical with him. They've been pushing him around and standing around the perimeter.
And this time it's Roderick Little's turn to go to the line. And although Detroit is not quite as good a free throw shooting team as Chicago, Roderick Little is Steve Alford level, shooting 96% from the free throw stripe. Virtually automatic.
Best free throw shooter
completely.
of all time.
Best free throw shooter of all time, in my opinion?
No.
Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf.
Statistically.
Oh, statistically, who is?
Oh, I agree with you on that one, though. I think we already talked about it earlier.
I'm not sure who statistically is, but I would take Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf if I had to make
Is it not Steve
to save my
Nash?
life. Let's look that up during the next break. It wouldn't surprise me if it's Abdul-Rauf.
I would agree.
Once upon a time known as Chris Jackson when he
all of them would drop 40 on you out of nowhere.
Now look at LaGerald Carroll. Had that great first half. It's super quiet there, and a bucket ties things up. Hamilton gets it to go. Little again harassing on defense, giving Harvell a torrid time out there.
So Karl Malone
Ball picks up the
has shot the
screen.
most free throws in history, just for reference.
That sounds correct, although I'm a little surprised. Maybe Kareem, but I could see Malone. Ooh.
My man.
The Ruffins jumper won't go, but Hayward offensive rebound.
Steve Nash is number 2. Steph Curry is number 1.
Is that right? Is Abdul Rauf on the list?
Yeah, I'd have to do a whole lot of looking to see. He doesn't jump out here.
He might not have had enough career attempts or something.
Yeah, because he definitely was up there at one point, but good stuff. 2-point game. 2-point game.
2-point game with 2 minutes to go.
This game has been down to the wire. It looks like it's going to go down to the wire. There's a mismatch. Get that man the ball. That took too long to develop.
Way too long in that case. Four-point lead now for Detroit. Ooh, Carroll has gone cold in the second half, and he couldn't get that to go either. Roderick Little, on the other hand, has gotten aggressive here. And he's a big part of the reason why Detroit has recovered. Come back from falling behind, now have a 6-point lead. Chicago timeout. Well, I checked, and Abdul Rauf only had a 91% NBA career free throw shooting average, and
which should
I'm actually a
be
bit
top.
surprised by that.
Should be one of the tops in the league, though, or tops in history. I guess you're right. He did not have enough attempts because
probably
he
didn't have enough
scorching
attempts.
people from the perimeter. He was killing people from mid-range and from 3. I know he killed the Rockets repeatedly. But anybody that lined up against Kenny Smith had a career.
In a certain era. Yeah.
Drake Harvell here trying to work on Roderick Little.
Yeah, but Little cuts him off, and the shot clock is running out, and Chicago.
Where are they going to go
for
offense?
to heat a desperation 3.
Where are they going to go for offense if they can't generate it in transition?
For a second, I thought the Phenom was going to take that jumper. Instead, he gives up to Pagnotti, but he can't get it to go either. Pagnotti, just a 23% three-point shooter. Not great from out there. Most of his damage on the inside. Rebound battled over. Comes out Detroit's way. Here comes Little.
And he's just so strong. He just gets you on that shoulder. Only 6'1", 6'2". This guy grows. If he gets any more height to him, he's going to be dangerous. But even at this height, he knows how to utilize his body, those broad shoulders. Let's make it out of here.
Everything going wrong for Chicago now. Turnover. That's going to give the last possession of this third quarter to Detroit, who is ending it on a surge. Third quarter was split pretty evenly in two. The first 4 minutes went all Chicago's way. They grabbed a lead. And then Detroit found another gear. They can extend to double digits with a bucket here.
Didn't see this coming. It was really unorthodox how this came about this quarter.
And still think there is definitely a game to be played over these last 8 minutes, no matter what happens this possession.
Absolutely.
Ooh, did he get that off before the buzzer?
What a move,
I don't know.
though.
Phenom sure thinks he did. He's saying count it.
Let's see.
We're going to have to go to replay, however. If I just had to call it, I would say no, but let's see what happens.
I'm going to say no also, but that sure was a pretty move.
It was a pretty move. It was a patient move. Possibly just a touch too patient.
Yep,
he still got it there. Needed another half second. That's not going to count. I'm disappointed. Nevertheless, Detroit got some energy, a little bit of momentum here, and most importantly, an 8-point lead as we enter the last 8 minutes. Fourth quarter coming up when we return to St. Louis.
Again on the track.
All right. Oh, yeah. Wow.
fourth quarter. Central Region Tournament, St. Louis, and Detroit an 8-point lead. And if they win, number 13 in white out there, Roderick Little, looking like the MVP. 19 points. Team high and game high. And there, Rufus Hamilton. I keep on calling the other guy. Ian Krimmer. Ian Krimmer able to claw some of that lead back, but an impressive performance. And it's both sides of the ball. It's a 3 on the way, won't go there. Trying to do something on the break, Chicago, but Roderick Little also doing it on defense. He's been the primary defender on Drake Harvell, and Harvell just 2 for 11. You see him with the ball out there now, trying to go to work. And he's now 2 for 12, thanks to some more solid defense from super solid Roderick Little. Three here, and that won't go, but look at that! Oh boy. Got pen and paper, Roniel, 7-minute mark, fourth quarter, dunk of the year contestant. Wow. Timeout by Chicago just to deflate that balloon a little bit. 3 wouldn't go from Pagnotti, but back up and in, and an 8-point lead for Detroit. Some momentum with a little bit of time, less than 7 minutes here to go. This championship game in the Central Region, and this has definitely been another fun one. We've had some today, had that big battle, Mid-Atlantic, New England, Jamison Johnson, Johnny Baldwin, but Eric Dillard ended up maybe being the real MVP at the end of that one. Big win for Mid-Atlantic, their first title victory of the year. And then in our second game, Southeast, streaking, red hot Southeast, led by Trey Turner, but also fellow junior Terrell Pearson off the bench and starring for them as they just smoked Gulf Coast 90-60.
Man, Trey
Now we got
Turner,
a good battle here, and you got yells with you. You don't need to put that on the lower third. I'm going to have to talk to our production crew.
Hey man, it's vanity at its finest. Hey, so
oh, you arranged for that to happen. I see.
Hey, going back to the earlier 2 games, mind you, Mid-Atlantic picking up their first title. Jamison Johnson had it going in that one. He finally picked up a signature victory. And he got a lot of help. So kudos to him. Johnny Baldwin struggled mightily, and Coach Vince Johnson had a game plan. So great game in that first one. That second game that we had, Trey Turner, Terrell Pearson played great. Von Rushing on the defensive end was a stalwart. But Trey Turner, though, defensively locking up D. Woodley. And then going for a record 7 threes. I mean, he got it done. Complete game.
Well, there's plenty of time left to change the ultimate narrative of this game that we're in, but I really think 3 defensive stars were minted on Title Tuesday today. We saw Tony Christopher Fuller not score a single point in the New England Mid-Atlantic game.
And he was the main
5
guy.
Rebounds. And he'd be in the MVP conversation because he handled at just 6'5". He frustrated and shut down Johnny Baldwin, which, as we know, is no easy task. And then Trey Turner, you just talked up his defensive performance in the second game. And here tonight, that man you just saw on the bench, number 13, Roderick Little. Yeah, he's the high scorer in the game, but as importantly, he has tortured Drake Harvell all night long, and that's going to be as big a reason as any if Detroit holds on to win here. They'll be walking away with the title.
Drake Harvell, was he 2 for 12 as of right now?
2 for 12, last count. Taking another here. Oh, got one to go. 3 for 13.
Look at that. You see the stat down there at the bottom of the screen, but it's only a 4-point game.
That's the thing.
Only a 4-point game.
Loads of time in a tight defensive ball game. I stand by. We're going to be paying attention in the final minute of this one. Lorenzo Phenom going to work, but he just hasn't gotten that shot to go tonight. Had a clean look there, really. At the other end, Harvell's shot rattles out.
It's a good contest. And what we're seeing right now is the fact that Roderick Little, if needed, look at that. If needed, he can put this team on his back. He hasn't had to this season. He's deferred.
But certainly this game, I feel like every time they really needed a bucket, he's been there.
Absolutely. Early in
what
the
a leader
season,
does.
Pagnotti, they did this, but Roderick Little really coming on late.
Doing what a senior captain does. Harvell does shake free for 3, but he can't get that to go. He was unguarded for that one. I can't credit Little with anything there.
Roderick Little to the rim.
Yep.
Again.
Oh, picked up a nice screen there.
Yep, there's his career high in SimWorld High School hoops, 23 right there.
Is that right? 23 is a career high for him. Congratulations, Roderick Little. Now, he's not going to care if somehow Chicago comes back and wins this game.
Oh, that's an offensive foul. Ooh, that's a big time foul.
On Haybard, yeah. Salim Haybard, 6'6" wing out of Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Oh, no. That was a defensive foul. Excuse me.
Yes, on Haybard of Detroit. I should have clarified that. Still Chicago ball. Chicago drives and Chicago scores. Chris Campbell, pretty nice night tonight for the junior point guard. That's the lead to 6.
They need to run more pick and roll with him. That's going to be the only way they've been able to create a shot consistently tonight. It might have been a block by Carroll right there. That was nice. Came over.
It was a nice pass from Phenom, but he's not going to get any reward from it in the box score or otherwise. And at the other end, it turns into 3 for Chicago. 1 possession game.
That's one thing about being young, E. It doesn't matter if you miss 500 shots. I don't think they have much memory.
Well, Little, unmolested to the hoop, gets another 2. Extends his career high by 2 more points. Ooh, did he pick up a foul? It's going to be on Kelly.
It's another off-ball foul.
Joshua Kelly.
Pretty physical game.
Now, does that send Chicago to the line now?
No.
No, they're still, okay. We are just under 4 minutes to play. 4th quarter. A battle between these two teams, and they've just kind of had runs back and forth all night. Chicago looking to start one now. Nice position for Krimmer, but he's going to give it up for the 3. Can't get it to go, Harvell. Nice rebound.
That could have been a really big shot.
That could have been a huge shot.
I'd like to see him go to the basket more than he has. Help his team. Oh, good steal there by LeGerald.
Oh, great steal. Gerald's got Campbell in front of him. He's going to take it. Oh! What? Oh. It's a bad decision by LeGerald Carroll.
Yeah, I don't think he knew what he wanted to do there.
Yeah. He should have either given it up way earlier or just taken it home himself. And put Campbell in a bad position. No harm done to either side. And for Harvell tries another 3. Can't get it to go, but River Rose secures on a second chance. River Rose has been having a nice, fairly quiet but nice game tonight. A couple more buckets, and he's threatening a double-double. Oh, Harvell.
That's what I want to see him do. I want him to go to the basket more often. He can get to the rack with ease, and that's what we saw earlier in the season. He settled for a lot of jumpers as this season has progressed, but hey.
Well, Roderick Little has done a phenomenal job on Harvell tonight, but one possession at least, he made him look bad, and Pagnotti cancels it out with a jumper on the other end. 5-point lead now, 2.5 minutes. Nice dish. And a nice finish. Harvell suddenly in this 4th quarter. Still facing some fairly ferocious defense from Detroit and Roderick Little. But, and a turnover going back the other way.
This is getting real sloppy here. Maybe that's what Chicago wants. They want to muck up the pace here. They want to muck it up defensively. So the Detroit
outside jumper from Little won't go. Another corner 3 attempt from Chicago, and this one goes.
Tie game. We got a tie game.
Gerald Carroll ties it up.
You felt like that was going in as soon as it left his fingertips.
You did. Once you saw that number 5, you were a Detroit fan. You said, "Oh no!" Oh, but look at that! Polished low post game from the 16-year-old Lorenzo Phenom.
Okay, I'm gonna say it because I got to witness it firsthand. That was very dreamlike. that was very Hakeem Olajuwon-esque. Oh, goodness.
Lorenzo will settle for the 2 points. Doesn't even need the full Olajuwon comparison at this point. These teams won a trophy, tied up. Lorenzo Phenom gets it to go.
Ready to get going here?
12 points in this game for Phenom, but he's got the last 2 buckets, and both were big.
You bought you a lottery ticket because you've been a prophet tonight, good sir. This is coming down to the wire.
Coming down to the wire.
Oh, and that's a good trap. That is a great trap.
So that's going to be a jump between Little and Harvell. Roderick Little has about an inch of height advantage. Neither one a jump out the gym athlete. And Harvell controls it.
3 seconds.
Chris Campbell has to take the deep 3, can't get it to go. And a big rebound, Lucas Hamilton.
Just under a minute to go. Of course. That's a very quick shot, though.
Phenom can't finish that one.
Wait a minute. From 3.
Oh, my.
LaGerald, thank you very much.
LaGerald Carroll shooting 58% from 3. Rains that one. Back and forth battle. Chicago takes the lead by 1. Loads of time left. Detroit ball. And Munch Williams calling up a play right now. Wow.
So do you go for the 2 for 1?
What a good one. Game 3 in St. Louis here has turned out to be.
So Detroit's going to have this ball here. They've had 2 pretty weird possessions, I'd say. They have time. Do you go for the 2 for 1, get you a quick bucket here? Do you try and get a quality bucket and lean on your defense for the last possession? Last possession? So what are you doing? In a vacuum, my default response is going to be 2 for 1. Play the numbers, do the smart thing. With this Detroit team and playing as good defense as they are, I think I would make sure that I get the good shot. I want to make sure I'm willing to eat into this shot clock below the 2 for 1 possession level, so more than 10 seconds if that's what it takes to get a good, clean shot. I want a bucket. I want points. I want the lead after this possession because, I like what my defense has been doing, and I'm willing to trust my defense. So going against the numbers, going even against my own admitted basic instincts, but what I've seen tonight out of the Detroit Stars, I'm willing to take that chance. Now, I don't know what Coach Munch Williams thinks. Oh, he didn't consult me, and here comes Little. And that was a missed assignment. Drake Carvell went for the steal there and was totally out of position there, and that is the worst case scenario that you can have if you're Chicago to give up that easy of a bucket. But now you sit on the other side as Chicago of a 2 for 1.
You got the same dilemma. I don't know, Chicago, as you put earlier, in spite of the relatively low score, has been going at pace, playing at tempo all night. So I don't think looking for a quick shot is necessarily going to discombobulate them in terms of, it's their mental setup for what they've been doing all night. But it's not easy, and it's not much time to work with to get that 2 for 1 either. You need to get 5 seconds here, basically.
Let's see.
Chicago does.
Oh, he missed. LaGerald Carroll was wide open in that pin down. He missed it.
I think they're definitely looking to take some
time
off.
My goodness.
Oh,
what
wide open.
Oh, and LaGerald is
like
talking.
J.T. Kane, I don't know if he was overplaying Carroll, trying to deny the 3. Carroll has been so deadly from out there tonight, but let him shake free underneath. And Carroll, the senior out of Milwaukee, lays it up and in. 1 point lead now for Chicago. 16.1 seconds for Detroit. And now let's talk clock management, because I all too often see this situation get blown. The key here is that I want the shot to go up with at least 3 or 4 seconds left. Because particularly Detroit, Phenom's out there, Hamilton's out there, even Roderick Little's out there, who's a beast of a guard. You got a chance to get a second opportunity, rebound, put this thing back up and in, and still walk off this court with a win, even if your first shot doesn't go in. So the key is that I don't want to see Lorenzo Phenom grab an offensive rebound with 0.5 seconds on the clock, kind of like at the end of the half. Not enough time to get that ball back up and in. Let's see what Detroit does.
They're going one-on-one, or are they going to look for a high post here? It doesn't look like Phenom's involved in this play.
Looks like Little's going to
Phenom
take
is
it.
not on the court.
He's not out there. Gonna be a three for Pagnotti.
Oh, Pagnotti posse is going crazy right now. Oh my goodness, what a big shot.
What a huge risk Munch Williams just took. Lorenzo Phenom, watch that play happen sitting on a chair, folks. Same as you and me. Oh boy, and it didn't look good, but Rufus Hamilton finds Pagnotti, and he hits a three-pointer, none bigger than that. The entire season for Bo Pagnotti. He is going to be the hero. And by the way, Bo Pagnotti came into this game shooting 23%.
Doesn't matter.
Three-point line.
Doesn't matter when the game's on the line. If you have ice water in your veins, it does not matter. Bo knows clutch. Bo knows clutch shooting.
So with 0.5 here, Chicago, first of all, is staring a third title game defeat right in the face. And secondly, has just enough time to heave one here. So they do have a shot, and look, they do have some shooters out there. With Gerald Carroll, Gray Carvel, definitely your top two options, but River Rose can also hit from three. Let's see what they get off here.
He got,
and there it is. No good. Detroit escapes. Bo Pagnotti of Toledo is the hero. 75-73. Congratulations, Detroit. Congratulations, Coach Munch Williams. Your first championship of the year. Detroit remains red hot thanks to the shot of the tournament to Bo Pagnotti Jr. Come back in a half hour, folks. We've got one more game left. Pacific Northwest and West Coast in LA.